Hi, Joel says, is America going through another gilded age of oligarchs out of control? What do you think, Chuck? How long? I think it's been this way since Reagan. I don't know. What do you
Oh yeah, at least. I know this is another topic. We're going to talk about later on the show about Bezos' $50 million wedding, but it was Rosie O'Donnell who was more or less alluding to this. It was Katie Couric who said, "Have we gone back to the '80s and back to this obsessive living and everything over the top?" I forget the exact quote. I've got it somewhere, but yeah, I think we are there right now, or at least there's enough people who want to go back to that.
hmm Let's
Whether they're
just
going
do
to
a
be allowed is
throw
another
on the
story.
future of the American oligarchs. Let's take a look at the future of the American oligarchs. Thank you, everyone, for being here. If you could like and subscribe to the stream, it really helps Chuck and I develop the channel and develop the show. We are just finishing our third year here, and we will be starting a new season in, I guess, when is it? August, September, after I get back from Thailand. All right, let's take a look.
Oh, so Whimsy, specifically the question again, please.
Oh, okay. Let me go ahead and put this up.
Yeah,
Question is America going through
of
another
course.
gilded
I
age
was
of
going to get the
oligarchs out of
specifics of it.
control? But my question was actually, what is the future of the oligarchs in the United States?
Hmm.
Future of the oligarchs in the United States is the question.
Hmm.
Gosh, wow.
Well, I'll just show what I have first. First of all, to describe the situation, it's about community. The bravado is about the richness, the excessiveness, the ego amongst this community. But I'm getting there's also shame, there's shadow, and there's going to be ultimately restrictions. There is going to be balance, truth, and for certain people, there is definitely going to be loss through this. But I think the main thing I'm getting is it's going to have to balance out. It's gone too far to the extreme, and it's not working. And right now, it's at the literal expense and peril of millions of people, very unfairly.
Mhm.
So,
Mhm.
what you have?
Well, right now there's a feeling of the people we don't know what to do. Seven of Cups is confusion in the cloud. We honestly we've been taken hostage. That's how
Mhm.
many of us feel like
That's how
what
many feel.
now. I had a vision of these automatic bulldozers that were clearing people, like we were being attacked by these bulldozers and there was nobody in the bulldozers. And now
Ooh.
in Israel, they have bulldozers in Gaza that cleared when they cleared Rafah because people got killed. The bulldozers don't have anybody in them.
Do you think they could be like robotic?
Yes, the robotic
Yeah.
bulldozers. So I had a dream of it, but here's where it terrified me. Companies had hired these bulldozers in this future of the vision, and I was like walking into a mall, and the bulldozer that was supposed to be protecting the mall went berserk. And it began to mow down and attack people who were shopping, and it was scooping them up and
Oh,
killing people. And I thought, oh my God, we're going to see a future with these things, these AI things,
yeah.
and it's going to be used as crowd control, and we're going to be helpless to this damn AI that's being controlled by the billionaires. That
Yeah.
is the possible future. So the future of the billionaires is that they're going to use their billionaire drones and their billionaire robot. There will no longer be police officers because the
Yeah.
police will be robots. Now I've heard two sides of it. I've heard from people of color, bring it on, because a robot, if it's programmed to be non-biased, is going to have less black people getting killed, shot and killed, right? Because
That would
it's
make
just going to
sense.
be looking at data, and it's not going to have to be filtered through whatever if it's done properly. So, but don't you think? But that doesn't mean getting rid of our police. It means training people and
Yeah, it's
hiring
still
people that are not psychopaths.
it's
It's got me
creepy.
really, really. Look at this. And
Well,
then here is the billionaires and millionaires defending their position on high while the people, look at that. It's like the Eight of Wands again. The people are coming after them.
yeah.
It's about power.
Hmm.
Who is going to have the power? I see them potentially being driven out of the United States as a chariot here. We could literally drive them out on the rail. Dark aspect of the chariot is get the hell out of here.
You know, Whimsy, what occurred to me, I didn't want to interrupt you while you were talking,
Go
but
ahead.
one of the things in the bill, I don't know if this was stricken or not, but it was a 10-year moratorium for any state to interfere with artificial intelligence. And I'm wondering if that's why it was in the bill, to another way to
They
benefit
need another 10 years
billionaires
to
of
take
power.
control of us with AI, with
Yeah,
weapons,
I never
and
thought of that.
what are we going to do? Go against Darth Vader's clones?
Yeah.
We're just people. It's terrifying. The visions I had in my dreams, we're headed there. And who's going to have control over all this stuff? Elon Musk, who's the richest
Hmm.
man
Yes.
alive, and all
Yeah.
the other millionaires and trillionaires that have invested in AI. He wants control. If you go to every time I do a remote view on Elon Musk, because
Mhm.
I try to embody the person that I remote view, I want complete control so that you'll never leave me again. This guy has an incredible fear of being abandoned. Sure enough,
Yes. Yeah.
every woman he gets involved with eventually breaks up with him because he's got issues, whatever. The point is that it's somebody who needs complete control and wants to put you in a box. So you'll never leave me. You'll never leave me
Yeah.
again. It's a really, really scary place to go. And if that person has that kind of power, what are we all going to be held hostage
Yeah.
in his box? And then he wants to cure death. So just take this chip and he's going to put it into his computer and you'll live forever in my world, in my box. And I won't let you die, but I want to die. Like, no, I'm going to hold you in this eternal, your brain is going to become a chip and you'll never die. You'll just forever be, and I will be your Lord.
Oh my God.
In,
It's
in
almost,
this in this Elon Musk world. It's
I'm
scary as
thinking of
hell.
people having their heads frozen to be revived at a later time so you will never die. But yeah, I
He's
remember.
talking about downloading. Like, can you down? Oh my God.
Yeah, no.
So if you're in a coma, he can just put you, and then you're like in this virtual world. He can just have you floating around in this virtual world, and
Yeah,
you don't know you're in a coma. You're in his world.
right,
You're in
exactly.
second life. You're in literally your second life. Holy crap! It's
Well,
terrifying.
I'm still remembering it was several months ago. We did a thing about Elon Musk and his league of robots and automatic cars. And I
Yeah,
think
Tesla.
he was working on a robot that I think would sell for about $30,000. And, he was trying to make it like most people would have access to these things. And of course, painting the rosy picture. Oh, here's something that will do your housework for you, wax your car, take your kids to school and stuff. But yeah, we both were feeling like there was far more sinister motivations behind those.
Well, how easy would it be to turn it into something dark?
Seems pretty
Like,
easy.
I mean, do people think about security when they watch these? Because he was talking about for $30,000, you can, what does he call it? What is it? iRobot? It's on iRobot, right? So did you see iRobot? I didn't see
I
iRobot.
don't know what the name was, but that sounds like something he would come up with.
Yeah, so iRobot was this idea that the robot takes charge. So he took this idea of iRobot and he turned it into We Robot. And because it's a We Robot, you don't have to be afraid of it. But the concern here,
As someone said on here, like remember Rosie on the Jetsons? Remember Rosie the robot, the housekeeper robot?
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
Yes.
I forgot. I can't believe you remember that. All right. So just because there aren't enough nightmares in this world, I mean, let's see. We need more nightmares. Let's
Do
go
we?
ahead again and take a look at Elon Musk and what he's created here.
Okay.
Car's going to drive itself.
Yeah.
So he's going to go around the block. He's just punched in his address. That's all you do is I want to go there. And then it just went around the block because it was punched in, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that in and of itself is scary because, oops, I'm sorry, I've got it off.
Welcome to the Wee Robot Party. So we have quite a show for you tonight. I think you're gonna like it. As you can see, I just arrived in the Robotaxi, the Cybercab.
All right, so we'll push it a little bit forward. He's going to give a little speech. He shows the cars. We can switch past this. It's affordability. So, the first thing you want to ask yourself is how many jobs are gone now, right? Because of this robo-taxi.
Right. And I'm assuming there would also be like trucks,
Yeah. Here's an
truck
airport.
drivers out of work.
Here's
taxi
the airport.
drivers,
Right. And here's the airport.
What happens if you need a vehicle that is bigger than a Model Y? The Robovan. The Robovan is we're going to make this, and it's going to look like that. Now, can you imagine going down the streets and you see this coming towards you? That'd be sick. So this can carry up to 20 people, and it can also transport goods. So you can configure it for goods transport within a city, or transport of up to 20 people at a time. So this is gonna, the Robovan is what's gonna solve for high density.
All right, so goodbye taxi drivers.
Yeah.
Right, so that's the Bovan.
Mm-hmm.
And then, who needs an army, right?
And we've made a lot of progress with Optimus. And as you can see, we started up with someone in a robot suit, sort of down, and then we've progressed dramatically year after year. So if you extrapolate this, you're really going to have something spectacular, something that anyone could own. So you could have your own personal R2-D2 C-3PO. And I think at scale, this would cost something like, I don't know, $20,000, $30,000. Probably less than a car, is my prediction, long term.
And, then he showed they can be your companion.
Anything you want. So it can be a teacher, babysit your kids, it can walk your dog, mow your lawn, get the groceries, just be your friend, serve drinks.
Would you entrust your children?
The future is now,
to that?
Right?
I mean, I wouldn't entrust my cat to one of those.
Right.
The idea of the self-driving cars, frankly, I would not be wanting to go down the freeway 70 miles an hour and entrust my life to one of those things. We know how computer software can malfunction at any given moment.
Did you have anything you wanted to add to that, since you have stuff on Musk that you wanted to add?
I think we fairly much covered what we were going to talk about. There was one thing about Musk. He said that he's going to make it his mission. And he said, if they vote for this bill, they will lose their primary. I'm quoting him. And they will lose their primary next year if it is the last thing I do on earth.
Good.
But then
divide them.
Yeah, but then he went further. You know how I said he'd like to do little teases like what he did with Trump and the Epstein files. He previewed on X what his attacks on those lawmakers would look like. And it was a poster with a picture of Pinocchio, the nose-growing Pinocchio, and the big word liars above it. And he said, any of you who vote for this bill, I am going to put your picture on this poster underneath the Pinocchio. So, I mean, that's just like one little teaser. I'm sure he will do much worse than that.
All right. Well, let's see. Is Elon Musk going to be deported by Trump? If he's owned by an intelligence agency, then no. If he is deep state, which I'm suspecting he is, somebody owns him.
Oh, I don't think.
NSA. That's a national security agency. He's either NSA makes sense because he's doing so much stuff in cyber. NSA would be, if I worked for the NSA and I was a recruiter and I saw some guy out of Stanford that was getting involved with PayPal and I was trying to track money transfers, of course I would approach him. Well, what about my visa? We'll take care of it. Let's take a look. Let's take a look and see if Elon's going to be deported.
I'm going to ask this. Is Elon Musk going to be deported? Okay, I'm getting a strong no on that. I haven't even looked at cards, but I thought that was a good yes or no question.
Wow.
Yeah, I felt that. It just felt like, no, there's no way he's going to get deported. But maybe you have a different answer.
Well, he's got more money than God, and he owns X, right? So he's defending his position, 7 of Wands. Again, the oligarchs know that they have to defend themselves. The other, meaning us, we are his opposition, the star. The hopes and fears, the truth coming out. Final outcome is infighting. So I don't know if he's going to be deported, but this guy is creating civil war from within.
Oh, yeah.
And I think it's great.
I am too.
Don't vote for America first, because America, it's billionaires first. It's a trick.
Well,
but let MAGA go to them. And then we have to remain, the Democratic Party, we have to get strong in our platform, working for the poor. Get back to America first means working for the poor.
Yeah.
And making sure the wealthy pay their taxes. We need to co-opt it and the way Bernie Sanders has, and take control of it. I don't agree with Bernie Sanders on every policy, but the fundamental idea of we the people, 100%, and that we have to take care of our citizens. We have such horrible living conditions. With this rich country, we've got massive debt. Pay your damn taxes. What the hell is the issue?
Yeah, what should be the issue there? But the thing I'm noticing with Elon Musk, I'm sure everyone else is also, is that he's calling out a lot of the hypocrisy in Congress
that he was more than happy to live with when he thought he was going to get government.
Yeah, when it benefited him.
Mars.
So now it's not benefiting him, so he's calling it out. But I'm almost wondering if Elon looks at this as part of rehabilitation of his own image, because his own image took a huge blow. Tesla's sales, I forget the percentage, but it was just massive worldwide, how much Tesla stock dropped. And didn't Elon lose 200 billion of his personal fortune?
He lost a lot.
He needs to do major rehabilitation of his image. And I'm wondering if this is part of it, to call this out, say, hey, I'm on the side of the poor. I'm on the side of the senior citizens. I'm on the side of the people losing their insurance.
He doesn't care about that. He cares about the debt, because
he cares about him.
Money is going to me. Pay the debt and pay me. Right? Okay.